these were all the scrap fabric pieces that I did last week, so I'm just going to create a little mini quilt for you guys. You can turn this into whatever you want. You could make it into a scrap fabric bag, you could make it into a scrap fabric pouch, you could make it into a scrap fabric quilt. So I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do with this, and you can make it as bigger or as large as you want it to be. Now, I don't normally use black in quilting, but I think this is going to look really cool. So I've just folded it over to the width of the fabric, and then I am just going to cut 2-inch strips. I just want them to be smallish strips, so I'm going to do it at 2 inches. For my sample, I am just going to do 3 squares across, and I'm going to do 4 squares down. Now, in between each of these squares, we are going to put a border. So what I am going to do, first of all, is do my across sections. And then what I'm going to do is have a border go in between each one. So we're going to start with this one, and we're going to do it right sides together. So I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to sew 1/4 inch down. This here is what they call sashing when it's in between, and then in the bigger sections they call it a border. I mean sashing, border, like whatever. This is my Baby Lock Soprano. She is a great quilting and general regular sewing machine. And in my top thread, I have a white regular polyester. Now, some people say, I'll put black in, put white in. It really doesn't matter. Like, the sashing is black and the blocks are pink. So whatever you think, then you do whatever's best for you and your quilting project. I also have the foot on, the 1/4 inch foot with guide. I have a 9014 Microtex needle in my sewing machine, and I'll just show you the settings I have on my sewing machine as well. These are the settings I have on my Baby Lock Soprano, and I keep everything at the regular setting, and I basically just go like 1 up, so it's a 3.5 instead of a 3.0. So let's attach the sashing to each side section. You want to make sure the direction of your quilting piecing is going the correct way. And you're better off pressing as you go. So I'm going to take this over to the iron, and then I'll be ready to do the next section. And then you put it right sides together onto the sashing, and we sew the next section. Then we're going to open that up, and we are going to press. So this is what my scrap fabric quilt looks like so far. So I've got the 3 sections, I've got the sashing in between, and I also did a border at each side, which measures the same as what the sashing does. So now I'm also going to do a bit at the top and also a bit at the bottom. Don't know, I might do it a bit thinner in between. I might go 1.5 inches. I'm just going to make it up as I go along and see what it looks like. This is what it looks like so far, looking very cool, hey? If you're enjoying my videos, don't forget to comment down below. It really helps my channel when you do that. And subscribe, because you won't miss another of my videos. Okay, so you can see how effective something like this is. Because we have chosen a really dark sashing and border that goes, it really makes this scrap fabric block pop out. I think it looks really effective. So when it comes to doing some kind of quilting on this, I would not do anything too busy. I won't be doing any patterns in here. I wouldn't be doing a meander in here. It would take away what you have done with the scrap fabric. So what I would suggest is that you would just stitch in the ditch all the way around here, and do it around like each of these squares and make sure that the sashing is all stitched down. I just think that would look so much better than actually doing something fancy smanchy in here, because it would take away what hard work we have done, or little hard work we have done, of the scrap fabrics. So what would you suggest? What would you do inside of here for any free motion quilting work or quilting work? Let me know in that comment box down below. You'd really help me. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next video. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.